What's up guys? Guess what I did today? You guys work? You guys good. You guys know me already. You guys know where I went. Stalkers. But guess what I did after work? I went to pick up this. Guess what's in the box though? Guess what's in the 2 boxes though? It is a engine hoist. So I went to O'Reilly's to pick up the engine hoist so I could use it to open up the 2 motors that I have sitting on the side, because all of the times that I used an engine hoist to pull out the motor from this car was always an engine hoist that I borrowed, like from my friend Darwin or borrowed from my grandpa. But it's kind of complicated borrowing engine hoists like from them, because I'd have to drive to their house and load it up into the truck and then bring it back here, unload it and do what I gotta do, and then kind of return it after. And then when I'm ready to put the motor back in, then I have to go back there to pick it up and all of that kind of stuff. So I figured, since you know I'm gonna be having to take the motor like off of the stand and stuff, or put it back in, I'd have to do that. So I decided that I'm gonna buy myself an engine hoist, and that's what I did after work today. Shout out to my boy Philip, if you're watching this. Thank you, as always, providing me with the parts that I need and the service. So right now I'm just gonna go ahead and assemble this hoist. And I haven't put it up there, but you guys don't know, now you know. Bought in some new hats. And the back has FS. Front embroidered, baby. So if you're interested, add me on Instagram. If you guys haven't added me yet, slide in my DMs. Okay, now get to work.
This feeling flows both ways, sad to see you go. We're sort of hoping that you'd stay. Maybe we both know that the nights were mainly made for saying things that you can't say tomorrow day. Crawling back to you. Oh, a calling when you have a few, 'cause I always do. Is it being yours too far for somebody new? Now I've thought it through. So I wanna know if this feeling flows both ways. Sad to see you go. We're sort of hoping that you'd stay. Maybe we both know that the nights were mainly made for saying things that you can't say tomorrow day.
Finally finished putting this thing together, and now just gotta clean up all of my mess, throw away the rubbish. Probably just gonna throw all the boxes inside the truck and go to my working place later on to throw it away. Shh, don't tell anybody. So because I got the engine hoist, don't think that I'm already gonna start tearing apart the motor. I was gonna actually start pulling this motor apart, but I needed the hoist because I didn't take off the flywheel when I put it on the stand when I pulled it out last year. So that's what I'm gonna be doing right now. So my plans right now is I'm just gonna take apart this motor and see how it is. And if this motor is good, like the block and stuff inside is not scratched up or anything, then I'm just gonna start rebuilding this and not even take a look at that one, because this is the motor that I was using before, and the motor ran fine until I had that low compression problem. Like, I know the head is good on this motor. I just did the valve seals last year, if you guys remember my video like a year ago. So I'm bringing this motor out into my driveway so I can work on it there, because you know the hoist is kind of too big to fit in this little area right here. So I was gonna actually start and opening up this motor a while ago already, but I wouldn't be able to take apart the bottom end, like the pistons, the rods and stuff, because of this guy right here again, which is why I bought that. Right, Minnie? See? She said yeah. So I got the motor where I want it to be. You know, this is exactly where I wanted it to be, where I need it to be. Broken, not working. Just kidding. Stupid. But yep. Now just gotta go look for my balancer. Squeeze my mess. If you guys don't know what this is a really helpful tool. I used to always borrow Darwin's one, so now I'm gonna put it on. Got the engine balancer on. So if you guys don't know what this thingy does, it pretty much balances the engine like this. So like you spin this bolt right here, and this and the whole thing like either travels where you want to spin it, and if it goes more this way, it goes like more, the balancer itself goes like that, tilts like this, and that's it. That's useful for like when you're pulling the motor that has the trans still connected to it, so you can pull it out like one time, like I've always done. Well, that's how I do it, because I think it's pretty easier, since I cannot really reach to unbolt the trans in that area when it's inside the car. So now I just gotta lift up this thing, take off the flywheel, and put it back on the stand. Test out this new hoist. Oh yeah, that thing work. So I'm pretty much just gonna take off that bolt and take off this rod thing, so I can pull this whole thing out after I lift it up some more. What is this, like 6-inch lift? Rough country, pro comp. There you go. And now I just gotta unbolt these. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Got that off, and now the flywheel bolts itself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoops. I'm gonna lower the engine a little because I don't want the, oh, so dumb. This is for the engine stand. Stupid. As I was saying, gonna lower the motor a little because I don't want the flywheel just flying to the ground. Oh, never mind. Oops. There it is. And then, yeah, so I had to take off the flywheel because in order to take off the crankshaft inside the block, you need to take off the rear main seal housing, which is this right here, so the whole crank can pull it out from the bottom. After you take off the oil pan, of course. So now back to the engine stand. But first, I'm gonna put this back on. So I'm guessing you usually have to take off the flywheel, like, I guess every time you put it on the engine stand. But me, I didn't know that because the reason why I say that you usually take it off is because when I first put this motor on the stand, I had to use like big nuts as spacers because this thing would be hitting the flywheel. So I'm guessing it's not really supposed to be like that. But at least now I know. Okay, back to the stand you go. Pretty happy about this engine hoist because now don't need to ask nobody to borrow theirs. Investments, boo. Think that's in good height. Can pass recon. There you go, that's what I'm talking about. Now, I guess I just gotta worry about when I take these guys off. Or maybe I should have done that, but I don't know. Can probably fit something there, like an open end wrench. It'll work, but it'll just probably take longer. But that's alright. If I cannot, you know, at least I have my own hoist to do this kind of stuff again. There it is, guys. right on track. So I think that's pretty much it for today's video. I now at least have the flywheel off, so I can start taking it apart, and I'll be sure to do my best to vlog whatever I do to it so you guys can see the process. And also to give you guys another update, the hard body is finally gone. Guys see me smiling, but sorry, I had to sell it to take care of my priorities first, like the 240. Gotta go back to my roots instead of starting another project. But yeah, I have a question for you guys though. Like, what brought you here, or like what are you guys interested more of in? Are you guys here for like the 240 or the Tacoma? Like, no wrong answer or anything. I was just curious, like what you guys think, or like what you guys are more interested in. Yeah, I just want to know. Just curious. Let me know down in the comments below. And another question, I kind of been like having thoughts about like what I should do next to the Tacoma. There's more stuff that I do have planned, like here and there for it, that I'll eventually get to. But to be honest, I've been wanting to supercharge the Tacoma, and at the same time I kind of been wanting to rebuild the 240 as well. There was a time where like I was super tempted to try and look for a SR for the 240, but after thinking about it, I'm kind of like into deep with the KA and stuff, and I'll definitely spend more money going SR from where I'm at right now. I mean, I should have gone SR in the first place, but you know, I didn't. So you know, gonna hold it down for the KAT people. Nah, just kidding. I don't know what they're doing, to be honest. That's probably why I blow like 2 motors already. Just kidding again. The motor inside the car right now isn't blown. It just has low oil pressure, and the reason why I'm rebuilding the motor I have on the side right now is because I'm just tired of having to do all of these problems. So I'm just gonna do everything one time since I have the motor already out, and then after I'm done with the motor I can just swap it in a weekend and finally get the 240 running again, because I miss driving it. I could just pull out the motor from the 240 right now and try to solve that oil pressure problem, but I don't know if it's the pump or the bearings. And if I'm gonna like go in too deep to investigate the bearings and stuff like that, then you know, you might as well just rebuild the whole thing to that extent. So which is why I'm doing this to the motor that is in the front right now. But yeah guys, let me know what you think, your thoughts, what I should do with the car, with the truck and stuff, and you know, think about it. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. My people over there trying to hunt for any kind. But yeah guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.